Welcome to the Old Fashion Masonic Podcast, where we talk all things Freemasonry while drinking an old fashioned. I'm Brian.
And I'm Russ.
Russ, look at this dashing soul in between us. Tell us who we have today, because we've got this dude's going to blow your mind a little bit. Oh, by the way, for those who weren't paying attention right as we opened, he tried to take the opening line from me.
So he said, hey, you're going to start. I don't know. You said something like that. So
right.
I was going to.
We digress again.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're fighting like married folks. So.
Yes, and I think we've been called on that several times.
We have been.
So today we have our brother, John Foulston. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
John, have you seen any of the episodes?
One or two.
One or two. That's good. So let me tell you, those that are watching, this is episode 50. So what a better way to have episode 50, to have a 50-year Mason, Scottish Rite Mason, and Shriner on the podcast.
Yes.
You like what I did there?
I love it.
You like what I did there? So, on the podcast, we like to know as much about the man as we do the Mason. So, who is John Foulston? Not Masonic. Who's John Foulston? You don't have to go super deep, because we're going to pull a lot of stuff out.
Well, that's pretty complicated.
It really is. So I'm gonna let you go with this.
Well, where do I start?
Where were you born?
I was born in Carmel, California.
Okay.
My dad was in the service.
Okay.
World War II.
Okay.
I've lived most of my life in and around the Wichita, Kansas area. Traveled with my dad in this, when he was in the service, and I was a little brat.
Okay. Where'd you go to high school?
Wichita High School Southeast.
Southeast.
Okay.
Buffaloes go Buffaloes.
Yes, and I'm almost embarrassed to say that I was the first class that went through the brand new Southeast High School.
Okay.
Which is now no longer Southeast High School.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
And they built a new one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that makes me older than the school.
Well, yeah, that's we'll talk about when you were in high school and ran track with Jesus. We'll talk about that later.
No, we won't. So
after high school, you went where?
I went to K-State.
K-State.
And then I had a spell at Wichita State.
Okay.
Which was Wichita University at that time.
Okay.
And then I ended up with my degree from KU.
Okay.
My law degree from KU.
Got your JD there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then.
Actually, it was an LLB in those days.
Okay.
And that's how old it is, and we got our JD automatically later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I learned something new.
I didn't know.
So, high school, now you've got your law degree.
Right.
Do you get married sometime?
I did.
Okay. Did you have kids sometimes? Not you, but your spouse?
Yes.
Elaborate.
Well, I got married after my junior year in college.
Oh, okay.
And we ended up with 3 kids.
In college?
No.
Okay.
No. Over time.
Okay.
Yeah. As I came to practice. And that was the time of the Vietnam War.
Okay.
And because of school and then kids, I didn't end up going. And I always had a mixed feeling about whether I would or would not want to go. But I just didn't have to get to that.
It works
decision.
out like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. And so then I practiced law in a law firm founded by my granddad, in which my dad was also a partner.
Okay.
Both of whom were also Masons.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yes. I did that until 79-ish, and about 16 years. I went on the bench at that time and served about 5 years. And then I went to the Farm Credit System as general counsel of one of the banks, and through mergers and a big long story, I ended up as president of the Consolidated Banks for the last 3 years I was there.
I did not know that.
I didn't think. Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
There's more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, I went and became the United States trustee in the Department of Justice, overseeing all the bankruptcy trustees in a 3-state area. And after that, I went back to private practice. And sometime during that time, I picked up a second career. which I'm still doing. So, which was EMS. And so I ended up retiring from the law practice when I was about 67.
Okay.
And took on EMS full time. And I'm still doing it and teaching it today. So
Very cool.
You knew that part?
Yes, I
okay.
did. Yeah.
I didn't think you knew
Yeah,
that.
we've had conversations about that.
All right. So that's your personal side.
Mm-hmm.
So walk us through your Masonic journey from
Okay.
the beginning to today.
Well, as I said, my granddad and my dad's dad, so on my paternal grandfather's side, were all Masons, consistory, and shrine.
All here in Wichita?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so it was always something that I knew about, and I spent a little bit of time in DMLA.
Okay.
Not enough to get really very far.
Right.
So when I got out of law school and got to Wichita to practice, my dad sort of made a few noises, and I decided that Blue Lodge was a good idea, and I joined Pike, and from there went to, and of course those were the days which we come back to where you had to learn all the stuff, and say all the things and pass all the tests.
Right. Was the secret word still peanut butter back then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. And then I went to Scottish Rite,
Okay.
where I was never active in the Blue Lodge. I was active in Scottish Rite. Did a lot of degree work there.
Yeah.
Real active because you got your red hat in 5 years.
I did.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay, nice. All right.
I'm glad you guys talked.
Yeah.
So, I was then joined the Shrine, and was not real active in units there, but I was on a ceremonial band for a while and did those things. So as you can tell from all that, my acting career has been a thing I like.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is. It's just
It's
life really is a play.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is. It is. So, Russ?
you need to.
Oh,
keep
yeah,
going.
yeah. I guess it's me. So you were attorney, then a judge, then I don't even know if you ever really retired, but went into the world of EMT. Now, what you didn't tell me in your bio, which I had to do research on my own, which why did you leave out that you were EMT of the year?
I don't know. I just not that important, I guess.
In what year?
I have no idea.
You know I know you're EMT of the year.
Apparently, you do know that.
Yes, but Russ is making you think that I made that up.
No,
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
About 7 years ago.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to call you out because you're not a girl, so we can say that. So 7 years ago, when you got EMT of the year, how old would you have been?
How old would I have been 7 years ago?
Yeah.
7 years younger.
7 years younger than I am now, which would be 74.
Think that through. So when all you all out there, including us, we have excuses. Well, I can't do that. I can't do. EMT. Think about that. You're needing to be charged up on an ambulance, and you've got an EMT of the year that's 74, almost 75 at the time when he gets EMT of the year. There's no excuse for you not getting anything done. Sorry, I've got on my pulpit yet again.
You did get on your pulpit. So you got your red hat in Scottish Rite within 5 years, and you love the theatrical piece. Today, is there any other part of Masonry that you would like to be a part of? Do you think?
Yeah, I've talked to Talbot about going back into some of the Masonic work at the Scottish Rite.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
I like
Good.
it. You did a little trade out, did you?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think there were deals being made there.
So, you're a cancer survivor.
I am.
So talk a little bit about that, because obviously cancer touches everybody you know. So talk about your journey, because it was kind of a public journey.
It was.
Yeah.
And actually, there's two journeys.
Okay.
I had prostate cancer 35 years ago now.
Right.
And it all got well and fine and everything, no recurrence. And then I ended up with male breast cancer, which is an unusual thing. I'm one of the lucky group of guys that...
You are the second person on our podcast to talk about that.
And the second person from Pike.
Yes.
Really?
Sheldon Lawrence.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So, I discovered it one day getting out of the shower. A nipple was not like it should be.
By look or feel?
By look.
Okay.
And I said to my wife, that's kind of strange. And she grabbed it and said, there's a lump there.
Oh.
And so as it turned out, I had an appointment with my PCP within a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And so we're doing our thing, and we get kind of down to the end, and I go, so this, and he grabbed it and said, we'll schedule you for a biopsy now.
Yeah, like
right
yesterday.
Yeah. So we did the biopsy, and the guy came out and said, well, he actually didn't do the biopsy, he did a mammogram. And he came out and said, well, I'd like to tell you that it is not anything serious. It's just a male problem. And he said, but I can't. So we need to do a biopsy, which we can do today or later. Being the kind of guy, and I said, well, now will work.
Yeah, now will work.
Now will work, yeah.
You have to be an advocate for yourself, though, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So sure enough, they found it and went and had a mastectomy, and they got it all, and I got to hear this conversation many times. You're a guy, and we don't know what to do for you because we know how to treat women, but we'll treat you the same as we would a woman in this deal. So we did chemo and lost all my hair and all that fun stuff and all the sickness and
stuff that goes along with that.
Yeah. And as you know, and it would think real hard about having to do it again.
You know, Heidi and I talked a lot about that. Going through chemo in your 40s would be way different than going through it in your 70s.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a tear on your body. It's just, listen, John's a lean guy. He's still an active EMT, but it's still not a 40-year-old body. It's not an 18-year-old body, right?
Yeah, that comes home to me more often than I like to admit.
Yeah. It's...
But, right here in this podcast, we've had two of our brothers that have had that. And I think it's worth saying, don't ignore it. If you see something that's abnormal about your body, go.
Absolutely.
We're so focused as men to, basically you're checking your nuts, right? I mean, let's just put it out there.
Yes.
And you should. But I don't know if I would have had something wrong with my nipple before knowing you guys, Sheldon, that I probably worked out or hard or did something like that.
Yeah.
But I guess the message that we don't get super serious a lot.
No, but this is
so serious that Masons, we're not getting any younger. Just pay attention. If something's abnormal,
go get it checked out. Don't.
And that's consistent with what I know in my EMS world, which is I've got a patient, and I often say to the patient, you know yourself and your body. Is this normal for you or whatever? And that's the message I give here too.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, very good.
Fair.
Well, you are a 50-year Mason, so you've seen some things in this fraternity over the years. Mm-hmm. So talk to us about how has it changed? Have there been good changes, bad changes? What have you seen in your time as a Freemason?
Well, obviously, I was never a fan of the period of time when people didn't have to do their work, their degree work in the Blue Lodge. Mm-hmm. While I wasn't active in the Blue Lodge, it just seemed to me that was a piece that made me a better Mason, made me better understand what it was about to do that stuff. And so I'm glad to see that's turned around.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have seen lately, I think, I don't want to say a relaxation of the formality, but But yes, I do want to say that in a way, because while we still have all the structure and formality of the degrees, there seems to be a more informality in the overall gathering. Does that make sense?
Yes. Let me ask you this question: when you were going to lodge meetings, did you ever see shorts and t-shirts?
No.
Right.
Right.
Jackets and ties.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That's like what you did.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, back when I came in, that's what you did when you went to the movies.
Okay.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Fair.
Fair. I mean,
Russ and I talk about this a lot.
Remember how old I am, guys.
I still don't like going to a church where the pastor is not in a jacket and tie. I know you're good with it. You're desensitized to it. I just don't like it still to this day.
I don't know that I like it.
No, you're desensitized to it.
Well, I'm sitting here with jeans right now. So.
You're not in church.
You're not in church.
Yes. So that's true. So, do you think it's changed for the better or worse overall? Do you think the brand is? What do you think of the brand?
Well, I think that we had to make those kinds of changes.
Okay.
If there's any chance of survival.
Okay, fair.
And I think that the question of survival is on the edge.
Fair. Yeah. So I think some areas will last longer than others.
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah. So what's your favorite body of the fraternity? And it doesn't have to be one you've met. I mean, what do you like?
I don't know that I have a favorite.
Okay.
I mean, I like it all. I love the foundation. I love and it isn't so much the body, because I'm not that active in any of the ones we've talked about yet.
Right.
But it's just the fact that I am a Mason.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
That's a good answer.
I like that.
That's a good answer.
Very good.
It's taking you a different direction. I like it.
So, Brian creates a lot of these questions, and so we get some
We
fun,
have a healthy competition.
so we get some fun questions, and here's one.
Okay.
So, between the two of us, if you had to pick one to be a judge and one to be an EMT, out of the two of us, who would you pick for?
Oh, this is going to be
which
great.
position?
It's going to be great. It's going to be great because Russ is going to be so annoyed.
Well,
how am I going to be annoyed?
Oh, you just wait. It's going to spin. Whatever his answer is, I'm spinning it.
how can I say this? My test of a good EMT is, would I want you coming to my house treating my family?
Just spun that against me.
Yes.
Can I say I wouldn't want either one of you there?
That backfired. That's not the question, though. Damn it, that's not
I
the
think
question.
he needs mouth to mouth. Ooh, you're going to die. Is that the reason?
Something like that, yeah.
You know what? I'm not letting you out of this one yet. Who's the judge? Who's the EMT?
You really gonna make me choose?
Yes.
Yeah, we like this.
Easy. Judge, EMT.
Is it because I'm more athletic?
It's because he's more serious.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That is not true.
It
You
is.
think you're more serious than me?
Yeah.
In what? Wait, in real life?
More thoughtful.
You think he's more thoughtful? Well, that actually hurts my feeling.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
the way you set it up, I was gonna hurt somebody's
all
feelings.
right, fair. All right. So, as an attorney, you defended many people over the years, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, assume you were convicted of a crime that warranted the death penalty. What would your last meal be?
Probably Freddy's.
Oh, really?
That would really be good. Yeah.
For your last meal? I'm not a Freddy's fan.
Yeah, I love those little French fries.
You like the fries more than the burger?
No, I love the burger.
You
As
do?
long as you get a double. 'Cause, yeah.
Fair. That's
But my dad would make those.
That smash burgers?
Smash burgers.
Yeah, my son-in-law
back in the
makes them.
day.
They're pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. So this is the second time we've asked this question. So this is sort of a new question for us. So, living or dead, who would you like to sit down and have dinner with that you have never had dinner with before? Living or dead, have never had a meal with them, who would you pick? And why?
It's really a good question. I'm going to tell you where those came from. We have viewer questions now.
It is a good question.
Because they put the caveat of not one that you've had
Yeah.
before, because you want to go with a parent or something,
Maybe Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a man of integrity. He was a man of a lot of experiences and a lot of wisdom. And just, I guess maybe that would be the answer.
Yeah, I think dinner with Ike's
He's
a good
one of my couple up there.
Yeah.
Churchill, Eisenhower.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good one. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Lots of history. So what's next for Foulston? You've done a lot in your life. What's next for you, John?
Just keep on doing. I'm teaching EMS now. I'm still working on the streets. Matter of fact, I go on shift tonight at 8 o'clock. So
I like it.
All right.
I like it. So, we at the end of every episode, it's the most important question of the episode, one must go. Okay? So I had to dig into 4 things you really like. So, on the screen, there's hunting, fishing, horses, and coffee. One has to go forever. You could have never even enjoyed it once in your life. Which one is it and why? Is that a little tough for you? I mean,
yeah, it's real tough.
Yeah, I thought so. I had to scour to get this one for you.
One has to go.
Forever.
Forever.
The horses are glue.
But understand my forever isn't that long anymore.
Oh my God, that's so dark. So it was, you could have never enjoyed it. Wow, see, this is why we had to have Foulston on there, because he's just a little dark for us. I like it. So you could have never in your life hunted and enjoyed those pleasures, or fishing, or horseback riding, or enjoyed coffee.
That's the part that makes it hard.
Yeah.
Never in the past would I, because I've done all those things.
Yeah, oh yeah, I had to
love them all.
I had to scour those. Russ, you know what yours would be?
This one's hard for me. I think I would.
We'll go. I think mine's easy.
I think probably fishing.
Me too.
Okay. Fishing would have been mine. I've had some neat times fishing, but the others, I've enjoyed lots of horseback rides.
It's an attention span thing for me with fishing. Yeah. You too? I just get bored
When
easy.
I was a kid, I had some good times, but today I don't do that.
We lived 25 years out on a farm.
And you had horses.
160 acres, and we raised and showed, and I trained
See, I knew about the horses, so I had to dirty it up a little bit. And I know he loves coffee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Had to dirty that up. So, folks, that's all we have. So, thanks for watching the Old Fashion Masonic Podcast, and stick with us.
John, thank you very much.
Betcha.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Glad to be here.